What just happened? Oh, sorry. He's doing this bullshit. Something. What? Don't tell me they're just doing this shit again.
Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the Genesis Invitational here on 2K Sports. We're picking up the action at the 13th. Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one might come up a tad short. And here we are with the third shot. Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
We don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Oh, that's too bad. Just didn't drop.
This is dumb.
Let's try and make this one. Only drop the one shot. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Sitting at 10 over par for the day. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4, although if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Sitting at 12 over for the round.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
The 16th at Riviera, Rich, is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Oh, so close. Bogey putt coming up here. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think he's going to want to let that go.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard.
Oh, for frick's sake, man.
Disappointing, that one.
Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
And he's down there.
Yeah, fair amount of elevation here. They're going to have to be careful that they club up because you do not want to be short.
That was a bit wayward.
What's going on with my person, bro?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Here.
This would be a great up and down. That's a well-played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Well, this could alter the line of the shot. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
5 feet coming up to the cup. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. And that will conclude his tournament to date. And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine. I got to see some incredible shots and some not so good stuff, but what a day.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Bean, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.
I used to feel. We can take this off to 0, maybe. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Straight on this. Those are sour. Ooh. I need to buy me another golf ball. Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, damn it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. It's probably gonna cost me a lot, but oh well. Perfect.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
When they last played, Xander had the edge, so I expect someone has something extra to prove out there this week.
Well, the only thing that really goes against Xander Schauffele is he doesn't win as often as he should. But every attribute in his game is just exceptional. You're talking about one of the best players out on tour. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. That was a gallant attempt. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's one stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
That'll be a good result. I know it didn't go down, but it's just a tap in awaits. Justin Thomas currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
That's
That's
into
into the rough for mine.
sand.
Second shot here on the fourth. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the fourth. Okay, steady.
You
now.
gotta be shitting me, bro.
Par putt coming up here. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert?
And that would have tied the lead for this player. Disappointing to say the least.
So I might need to set. And this putt to move into a tie for first.
Yo, what's curving this
Ouch,
way?
that hurts. 3 feet to go here to the hole. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
Justin Thomas is at the top of the leaderboard with a 1-shot lead. This hole is a long par 5. Four victories so far this season.
Nicely done.
Getting ready to play their third. Only 1 shot off the pace. Playing their 4th shot. Just 1 shot back now. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And now they're sitting in second. 1 spot behind our leader, Justin Thomas. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. You like that, didn't you? Playing from around 110 yards out. Just a stroke behind the leader. That's tidy. Chance to get 1 under the card with this putt.
Now, with any luck, they can hold this and manage to leave Xander Schauffele behind. Get some momentum here.
Just 1 off the lead after that hole. There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. 7-footer right here. Ooh. This next putt is for bogey. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Here we are at the final hole on the front 9. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Almost snatched the eagle there. That would have been huge. Rich, how are we looking after 9?
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
Playing now from the fairway bunker. That's on the green, but still a fairway from the hole. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And back to the play, shall we? There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Looking for another birdie here.
A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, move in the right direction there, Luke.
And with that hole, this player is currently tied for first with Brooke Henderson. Teeing off here at the 11th. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner. But the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, two-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players. And that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
And this putt to move into 4th place on the leaderboard. Well, that was a beauty. That had eyes to the whole way.
Oh, that's going to add a little fuel to the fire of this group rivalry, guys. Massive putt.
And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here. This hole here is a par 4. Second shot here on the 13th. Setting up miles from the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That'll sting a bit. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Oh, just missed. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4. And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Playing from around 210 yards here. 4 strokes off the lead. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. What's in front of them, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Matt Kuchar currently leading the field. Good shot there, Beamer. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Well, that's a bit disappointing. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently in 4th place.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by 4 strokes. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up?
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. It was on a good line. This is a par putt. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. He finds himself currently tied for 5th. Emery Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Canada's Brooke Henderson currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. Let's head to the final hole of this round. You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any. Opting for the 3-wood.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
That's a high-quality recovery shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played.
And Henny, in the end, there's no win for this player in the event, but they did set a goal and accomplish it by performing better than the great Xander Schauffele. That's a stunning result.
Absolutely stunning. Yes, Luke, this player now seems a bit prophetic. They challenged Xander Schauffele leading up to this event and beat him. These smaller successes are definitely going to build up to something spectacular, and I think it's just a matter of time at this point. We're looking at greatness here.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
"2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup."
Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Quack. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our feature group consists of two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Collin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Collin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, it's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron player as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Collin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That did everything but drop. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Oh my, that was launched. Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honour the absolute legend of our game, the King, Arnold Palmer. There's just an air of something extra special this week, isn't there?
When you step on the property here at Bay Hill, you know you're in the presence of something special. Arnold Palmer's legacy was really built here, wasn't it? Granted, he absolutely brought everything he had to the PGA Tour, but when you come to Bay Hill and you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there to the right behind number 1 and number 10 tee boxes, you just get a chill down your spine like, man, this is some kind of awesome place. I cannot wait to tee it up here. In saying that, Mr. Palmer did not leave a golf course. That's very easy for these players. But listen, they come back here every year knowing that they need and they want to honor the gentleman who helped form the legacy of the PGA Tour, and that's why they're out here playing for all the money.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Well, by my estimation, they're looking at 110 here.
Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Chance to sneak into the top 5 here.
You can't make them all. Go tap it in. Okay, let's get back to the action. Sadly hasn't made a putt all day. Hopefully that can change here.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Ooh, right by the hole. Okay, let's head to the next. So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter, but when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
Well, Rich, you think they can make this one?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
Steady on.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Now, that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. From around 180 yards out.
Just 1 stroke back and right in it.
That's nicely done. Trying to get to even par with this putt. It's just about 3 feet away. That's frustrating. Should have made that. Okay, so that finishes that hole.
Man, I'm so frustrated. This is so
Now
dumb.
let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Wow, what a save. That'll help make a big move.
Hi, kitty.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. And as we transition into the back 9, Rich, what are you seeing out there so far?
2 down, 9 to go. I gotta say, I like this player's chances.
Oh, well done. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Just a couple back from our leader. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. That's a good-looking shot there. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke.
There we go.
This player is relentless.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Oh, well played.
Judging it beautifully.
Let's take a look at the current standings. And the 12th hole, Rich, is similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Trying to get back to even par with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
Not a way to grind it out in the bunker, but up and down for the birdie. Nicely done.
Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot.
You gotta be
It's obvious
shitting me.
You just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side. Make a par. Pretty simple.
That's a little unpredictable. Hope that ends up all right. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks.
Yeah, of course it's like that. Of course.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
I'm fucking this up really bad.
But if you can make this. Just didn't drop. That was pretty straightforward. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh, you like me and thought that had a chance? Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hills Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Good play there, Rich. I like it a lot.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Great touch.
And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Just needs this one to kick right.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Oh, so close.
I'm screwing this up so badly.
Score of 75. And that'll bring his tournament to a close. And Rich, this player can mark down a top 3 finish. That's not a bad week.
Nothing to sneeze about right there. A solid week all around. Great finish for this player.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.